Arlington, Texas, December 29, Diondre Overton. Photo by Kevin C. Cox, Getty Images. Currently, on the Philadelphia Eagles active roster, there are 5 cornerbacks. Their names are Josh Hawkins, Cre'Von, LeBlanc, Avonte, Maddox, Sidney Jones, and Rasul Douglas. Philly found Maddox in the NFL draft a year ago and Jones and Douglas in 2017's version. Though Maddox and Douglas have shown their versatility and proven their mettle, they still have some learning to do. Jones is dangerously close to slipping into the category of injury-prone, but there's no reason to give up on him yet. Hawkins found himself on 3 different rosters before winding up on Philly's practice squad and being promoted to their active roster the day before Christmas. The Eagles kind of lucked into LeBlanc. Want your voice heard? Join the Inside the Eagles team. Right for us. Injuries forced him into action, but when he was given his chance, he seized the moment and doesn't appear to have any plans of looking back. Jeremiah McKinnon's on a future reserve contract, and 2 of the Eagles starters, Ronald Darby and the once beloved Green Goblin Jalen Mills, finished the season on the team's IR. Darby's been here for 2 seasons. He hasn't played the full slate of games in either one of them. He's at the end of his current deal, and it's hard to imagine a scenario where he's kept around. Many believe Mills would make some pretty good trade bait. Think it's time to do some scouting? We think so. Here are 15 prospects Philly will want to add to their draft board. Keep in mind guys like DeAndre Baker, Byron Murphy, and Greedy Williams will probably be off of the board when Philly's able to make their selection. Next, let's get things cracking. Page 2 STATE College, PA, October 27, Amani Oruwariye. Photo by Justin K. Aller, Getty Images. Many scouts see Love as a second-round selection who could step in to pay dividends early at the professional level. This 5'10", 189-pound prospect recorded 63 tackles, broke up 16 passes, and snagged an interception in his final year at the collegiate level. Amani Oruwariye, Penn State Nittany Lions. Oruwariye looks the part of the prototypical NFL corner already. Now, he just has to land on a team and prove that he can play like one. Why? Some say that there are speed issues, but his talent can't be questioned. He racked up 51 tackles, 3 interceptions, and broke up 12 passes in his final season in Happy Valley. Rock Ya-Sin, Temple Owls. Phillies, no doubt, familiar with Rock Ya-Sin already, and it isn't because he has a really cool football name. He could probably star in a nice kung fu film as well. It's because we're well aware that they pay attention to a lot of Temple football with the Owls being in their backyard. He also did himself a lot of favors at the Senior Bowl with a good showing. We'll see how he does at the Combine. Here's someone everyone likes because he has size with his 6'3", 208-pound frame, but he's also shown some unexpected quickness. He's not polished enough to earn a ton of first-round grades, but if someone takes a chance in the 3rd round or 4th, they may get a steal. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Florida Gators. You knew some SEC guys were going to be on the list, and here's another. Gardner-Johnson was all over the place for the Gators as he racked up 66 tackles, 9 resulted in a loss, 3 sacks, and 2 interceptions. He even batted down 2 more balls for good measure. Next, that's 5. Let's keep it going. Page 3 KNOXVILLETN. In November 10th, Marquez Callaway. Photo by Donald Page, Getty Images. Look guys, we're talking Kentucky athletics, and we aren't discussing the round ball squad. Football is alive and well in Lexington. Johnson is one of the 10 best corners in the country, and his 6'3", 206-pound frame helped him rack up 23 tackles and break up 4 passes. Those numbers may not excite stat geeks, but don't let the numbers fool you. Watch the tape. Dude was shutting guys down in football's best conference. Iman Marshall, USC Trojans. Okay, everyone's probably thinking, we've spent no time on the West Coast, so let's do that now. Cue the Iman Marshall conversations. USC's standout totaled 48 tackles, and broke up 9 passes in his final season in Los Angeles. Montre Hartage, Northwestern Wildcats. Montre Hartage is on the smaller side, and at 5'11" and 191 pounds, he really isn't that much bigger than Michael Vick. He's a gamer though, and in 2018, he came up with 51 tackles, 2 interceptions, and he broke up 13 passes. Could he be an answer for someone seeking a slot corner? Kendall Sheffield, Ohio State Buckeyes. Sheffield is another of those small guys. He's 5'11", and he weighs 187 pounds. In his final year in Columbus, he tallied 35 tackles, 8 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. He figures to come off of draft boards on day 2 or day 3, depending on his showing at the Combine. The Champs are losing a very good corner in Cre'Von Mullen, possibly their best. Many saw him a first-rounder prior to 2018, but others feel as though he underachieved. That may cause him to slide in April's draft. Next, 10 down. 5 to go. Page 4. CHARLOTTESPILLE, VA, October 21st, Hamp Cheevers. Photo by Ryan M. Kelly, Getty Images. From one group of Tigers to another, here's Jamel Dean. He'll wow some with his 6'3" and 208-pound frame. He'll catch the attention of others because he battled injury throughout 2018 and wound up with 30 tackles, 2 interceptions and 9 passes broken up despite having a cast on his hand. More from inside the Eagle. She's projected as a 4.5 guy as far as 40s go. We'll see how he does there in the upcoming Combine. Hamp Cheevers, Boston College Eagles. Yes, we actually found someone on the Boston College roster. It's pretty easy to notice great players on bad football teams. When 2018 wrapped and BC had their bowl game cancelled, one of the best corners in the entire NCAA, yes, we said it, had come up with 39 tackles, 7 interceptions and 7 pass breakups. Now, can you imagine if he had done that with Clemson or the Alabama Crimson Tide? Blaise Brown, Troy Trojans. Brown was disappointing in the East-West Shrine proceedings, but he racked up 44 tackles, an interception and with 6 pass breakups in 2018. NFL scouts will continue to monitor his progress given his 6', 183-pound frame and because he can run the 40 in 4.5 seconds. We'll be totally honest here. Long should have returned for another year, but as it stands now, he still could come off of boards on the final day of the draft. Next, recent mock says Eagles add speedy edge rusher Chris Boyd. Texas Longhorns. Boyd is another one of those corners who's fixed size, but he shined in his final season in Austin, producing 67 tackles, an interception and 16 pass breakups. He, like Boyd, may hear his name called on the draft's final day. Keep an eye on Isaiah Johnson of the Houston Cougars and Corey Ballantini out of Washburn. Are 2 guys who play at schools that you may not have watched much. Even with that being said, they're 2 guys who will be mentioned a lot during the NFL Combine, and they may hear their names called on the last day of the draft.